Hi, my name is Holly Kennedy, and I'm going to be talking to you about the types of contracts that Delio Foods can consider when it enters into an agreement with their Japanese supplier. So the two types of contracts that Delio has to choose from is a forward purchase contract and an options contract. So a forward purchase contract is the most common between the two. This contract would allow Delio and its supplier to agree to a specified dollar value of the sale prior to any vitamins actually being shipped or purchased. It would stipulate price, quantity, and at what point this transaction will take place. It's a binding contract, so if the exchange rates fluctuate and the value of the dollar strengthens or weakens, it doesn't matter because Delio cannot back out of this contract. There is a penalty that is assessed if Delio decides to get out of the contract. However, it's a fairly big penalty, so it would be in their best interest to stick to the terms of the contract. So the second type is an options contract. With an options contract, it's kind of like a forward contract because it says the quantity of vitamins, the cost, and at what point in time the transaction will happen. But unlike the forward purchase contract, an options contract is non-binding. So if Delio enters into an options contract and the value of the dollar strengthens, then they could let the options contract expire and then purchase their vitamins at the new exchange rate and possibly save some money in doing so. There is an agreed upon fee that the supplier will write into the contract if Delio decides to let the contract expire. Delio would be responsible for paying this fee because the supplier bears all of the risks in this type of contract because Delio can buy out of it. So the options contract helps to minimize the risks of any kinds of exchange losses due to exchange rate fluctuations. But at the same time, Delio Foods can still take advantage of exchange gains that they may have. With the first contract that we talked about, the forward purchase contract, like I said, it's a binding agreement. In that contract, Delio Foods will recognize any gains or losses on its balance sheet after the commitment period has expired and when the liability period has commenced. So I looked at the prior 12 months exchange rates, rather, for the US dollar and the Japanese yen. And based on what I saw in those exchange rates, I would recommend that Delio Foods enter into an options contract because the yen tends to fluctuate quite often. I feel that the options contract would be more beneficial because it will allow Delio, as I said previously, to recognize any gains, and it will also allow them to buy out of the contract, which could save them from having to take a loss.